I am Victor Daniels. In the news, President Kashim Shettima on Monday, January the 29th, implored development partners to provide more support for the President Bola Tinubu administration to deliver on the renewed hope agenda. The Vice President Shettima made the call when he received the Global Managing Director of the Tony Blair Institute (TBI), Michael McNair, who was on a courtesy visit to the presidential villa, Abuja. According to a statement issued by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity Office of the Vice President, Stanley Nwokocha, the Vice President's call was focused on priority areas such as e-mobility, job creation, agriculture, food security, and the power sector, among others. He said delivering on the priority areas will help in addressing some of the challenges bedeviling the country, particularly the security situations occasioned by terrorism, kidnapping, and banditry. Shettima, who noted the commitment of the Tinubu administration to the delivering on the renewed hope agenda, said, and I quote, "It is easy to talk about how to walk the talk is the most important component of leadership." End of quote. The Supreme Court has reserved judgment in the appeal by the All Progressive Congress (APC) and its governorship candidate Aisha Dahiru, popularly called Binani, against the governor of Adamawa State, Amadu Fintiri. The Tribunal and Court of Appeal had dismissed Binani's petition challenging the victory of Fintiri in the governorship election held last year. The five-member panel, led by John Okoro, adjourned the matter for judgment after listening to the arguments of the parties involved in the matter. The main contention of Binani through her counsel, Akin Olujimi, at the date's proceeding is that the controversial declaration by the resident electoral commissioner, Hudu Ari, was lawful. And Monday's decision came months after the Court of Appeal affirmed the victory of Fintiri of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) as governor of Adamawa State and dismissed Binani's challenge as lacking in merit. It also awarded the cost of 500,000 naira in favor of Fintiri and the PDP against Binani. And that judgment aligned with the verdict of the tribunal on October 28, which dismissed Binani's petition for the failing to prove her allegations of overvoting by not tendering documents to prove her case, faulting the outcome of the election. And Justice Inyang Eko of the Federal High Court Abuja has adjourned a suit by the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, against the federal government to February 8, 2024. In the suit, Kanu accused the FG of kidnapping him from Kenya and bringing him to Nigeria for trial. And he also wants an order for his release from the Department for State Service Custody. Kanu asked the court to order the FG to pay him 50 billion naira as damages. In the preliminary objection filed by the federal government and Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, that described the suit as an abuse of the court process, urging the court to dismiss its process. The defendant held that Kanu had filed an earlier suit with similar facts before a federal high court in Umuahia. At the proceedings, Aloy Ejimako told the court that he had taken over the case from Mike Ozekhom. The trial judge subsequently directed Ejimako to find out if a similar matter was not before a sister court or if a judgment had been delivered in a similar suit. And as part of preparation for the February 3rd election, Chairman of the Independent Electoral National Commission, Prof. Mahmoud Yakub, has sought for the support of Nigerian Air Force towards expeditious delivery of election materials and protections of election officials. The INEC boss made these known during his official visit to the Chief of Air Staff, Air Hassan Marshal Abubakar, at his office in Abuja, in line with the provision of the law in Section 27, Subsection 3 of the Electoral Act 2022, which provide the Independent National Electoral Commission the empowerment to seek support of the security, intelligence, and law enforcement agencies Prof. Yakub said that NAF is to assist the Commission to deliver tonnage of materials to 3 locations in the northeast, southeast, and the southwest geopolitical zones of the country at various specific locations. INEC further disclosed that the Commission and the Central Bank of Nigeria will handle evacuation of the materials from the focal airport to the states where election will hold. And Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, however, assured the willingness of the Nigerian Air Force to continue to support INEC, its dependable partner, in the past towards a successful conduct of the forthcoming, while describing INEC's visit a sign of strengthening bond between the 2 organizations of Air Marshal. Abubakar said that the relationship between the 2 organizations has been anchored on shared objectives geared towards ensuring good governance, stability, and the rule of law.
In handling such a huge national assignment, the Commission cannot do it alone. That is why we seek to mobilize every national asset, including the Nigerian Air Force. It is a realization of this objective that the law empowers the Commission to seek the support of security, intelligence, and law enforcement agencies in the delivery of materials and the protection of election officials, as clearly provided for in Section 27, subsection 3 of the Electoral Act 2022. The elections are holding this weekend. Working with the Central Bank of Nigeria, materials are being delivered to many locations. However, given the size and distance of some constituencies, we seek the support of the Nigerian Air Force to expeditiously deliver materials to 3 locations in the northeast, southeast, and the southwest geopolitical zone.
I'd like to commend Mr. Chairman also for the numerous initiatives which have occurred under your watch. And some of these include voter registration, introduction of new technologies, voter education and sensitization, as well as post-election reviews. Another laudable achievement of the chairman I would like to add is the 2022 Electoral Act, which introduced a lot of reforms, among other advantages of which was, to ensure
The Nigerian State Police Force, in conjunction with the United States of America, has launched the training of the Commandment Tactical Operative and Special Intervention Squad. Speaking at the occasion on Monday in Abuja, the Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun said the Nigerian Police Force is ready to work strongly with the United States government to help combat crimes as well as maintain peace and stability across the country. He therefore restated commitment of the police of holistically combat the security challenges that bedevil the country to a standstill, which the IGP said that informed the approval of the training of the Special Intervention Squad. However, the coordinator of the United States of America Embassy in Nigeria, Mr. Busayo Magaji, said the training is a stepping stone to fighting against the insecurity in Niger. Meanwhile, Ambassador Jackson Smith, the representative of the United States government, revealed his country's happiness towards working with Nigerian police force to help combat crimes and protect the lives and property of Nigerian citizens. Her aim is to work with Nigerian police goals by plays a crucial role in maintaining law and order, the current focus on reform and accountability aims.
Responsibility of taking up the lead positions in combating the scourge of kidnapping, banditry, armed robbery, terrorism, and other evolving challenges of crime confronting our society. Without mincing words, our country, like many other parts of the globe, is experiencing security challenges arising from the activities of the criminal elements seeking to undermine the peace and security of our nation. This development demands instant and appropriate response from us as the lead agency in the internal security architecture of our country. The situation at hand has challenged our ingenuity such that beyond the conventional reactive response approach to crime management, we conceived the idea of the Special Intervention Squad.
Build a lasting trust in the police by members of the public, protect and uphold the rights of persons to be impartial and respectful in the performance of police duties, and to continuously evaluate and improve police services. Finally, in the Code of Conduct and Professional Standards for Police in Nigeria, it says, the fundamental duties of a police officer include serving the community, safeguarding lives and property, protecting the innocent, keeping the peace, and ensuring the rights of all to liberty, equality, and justice. And that is why the U.S. government wants to support the Nigeria Police and the SIS. The vision and mission the Nigeria Police Force has through the SIS is crucial to Nigeria. And as your partner, we want to help support that. We want to help you achieve the goals and aims of the Nigeria Police Force and the SIS, to protect the people of Nigeria, to improve the economy, to protect the rights and freedoms of the people living here. So we thank you for this opportunity. We thank you for the dedication and service you are performing to the people and government of Nigeria. We thank you for your service. We thank you for your time and efforts. We thank you for the partnership we have and the opportunity we have to support you as we strive together to achieve those aims. Thank you very much.
The West African Examination Council, WAEC, has made it clear that the computer-based West African Senior School Certificate Examination is exclusively for private candidates, as the 2024 exam is set to commence on January the 31st. The head of National Office, Amos Dangot, who made the clarification on Monday in Lagos, while speaking with the newsmen, stated that the school system is government-regulated and owned, unlike the private candidate exam, which is not owned by any entity. The HNO explained that the CBY for Private Candidate 2024 first series will take place in Nigeria from January the 31st to February the 17th, spanning a period of 2 weeks and 4 days. Dangot noted that the plans have been finalized for the first ever computer-based examination, which will be delivered in a hybrid mode where objectives or multiple choice questions will be presented on screen and candidates will respond on the screen. He disclosed that a total of 8,285 candidates from across the country have registered for the examination, covering the 19 subjects and comprising 26 papers, adding that the results of the candidates will be released 45 days after the last paper, and certificates will be available upon request. And to maintain the integrity of the examination and prevent malpractice, WAEC has carefully selected and trained examinations officials to serve as proctors during the conduct of the examination.
We, at the moment, will not conduct the exam for the students in school until such a time that the owners of the school, which is the government or the public proprietors, private proprietors,